everybody, and welcome to JV's Picks, the Week 9 edition of the 2021 NFL season. It's your boy, Jonathan Velasquez. So, nice to see all of you guys again. I took a week hiatus, and I'll get to that momentarily. So, let's just jump right into Week 8. Week 8, there are no picks to analyze. Your boy was out with an illness. I had woken up with a sore throat, and I sounded really, really terrible. And I figured, you know what? Let me give this a little break. Let me regather my bearings. It was my bye week last week, and here I am. I'm back, fully operational and ready to go. So let's jump right into Week 9. And we're starting off with the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Jets. Look, Mike White looked fantastic last week. And, you know, I know he's got a lot of believers right now. I personally think it was a fluke. I really do. Looking back at some of the tape, I think it was a fluke. I'm running with the Indianapolis Colts here. Carson Wentz has just been on fire recently. And Michael Pittman Jr. is really coming into his own. I remember coming out of the draft last year, I had compared him to Keenan Allen. We'll see. Keenan Allen burst onto the scene as a sophomore. We'll see if that takes place with Michael Pittman Jr. It already has started the process of that being the case. Moving on to our Sunday slate of games. The New York Giants take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Look, tragic events that took place in Vegas this past week. Henry Ruggs arrested with a DUI, killing a woman. My thoughts and prayers are with everybody involved. It's a lot to take in for a team, like just losing one of the guys that are part of the locker room, a rookie, a guy who seemingly had everything in front of him, and it's gone like that with one bad decision. It's definitely a tough thing, but I definitely think it's one of those things that a team can rally behind and support each other in these trying times. And I think that's exactly what happens. I think Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow light it up against the New York Giants. I have the Las Vegas Raiders taking the win in this one. In an emotional game. So much to prove. So much has gone on this week. They're going to the East Coast. I know it's not easy for West Coast teams, but I say they get it done here. And moving on, well, as you can see, the rest of my picks here as well, pretty straightforward. Moving on to the afternoon slate of games. I guess if you're in the West Coast, East Coast, they're all in the afternoon. The Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Jordan Love making his first career start. This is exciting, and I'll tell you why. Aaron Rodgers was about to skip town because of this draft pick, and now we're about to see what this draft pick can do. Keep in mind, as so far in his NFL career, Jordan Love does have an over 100 passer rating. Granted, not much of a sample size, no touchdowns, no interceptions. We're going to see what goes on. My prediction is that the Packers have a great game, and I think Jordan Love lights it up. I think it's going to be 3+ touchdowns, and I'm going to say maybe one interception or no interceptions. I think he's going to have a great game, and it may get Green Bay ready for what the future is in store for the Green Bay Packers once Aaron Rodgers moves on this year. After this year, I still have the Kansas City Chiefs taking this win, though. Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes. I know he's been kind of off this year, but an off year for Patrick Mahomes is like a solid year for any other quarterback. Moving on to Sunday Night Football. We have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans. I feel you'd be foolish to take anybody here but the Los Angeles Rams. They're one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. And with the addition of Von Miller, that defense is ferocious, and I feel bad for any quarterback, especially Tannehill, that has to go against that dreaded defense. They are number one without a doubt, and honestly, they are one of my Super Bowl favorites coming into Week 9, and it's honestly not even close. They're one of the most sound teams that I've seen in all of the NFL. Finally, rounding out with Monday Night Madness, you got the Bears taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look, you got Justin Fields. He's been kind of having an rookie year. Don't get discouraged, Chicago Bear fans. Do not get discouraged. The future is bright in the Windy City, but it won't be bright on Monday night. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking the win. Najee Harris is going to light it up on the ground. Ben Roethlisberger possibly has a vintage moment with the arm, maybe 300 yard passing game for him. We'll see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, those are my picks for Week 9. It is so great to be back with you guys. Remember to stay safe. Tune in next Wednesday, to find out how I did on Week 9 with my picks and what my Week 10 picks will be. Guys, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and a football-filled weekend. Thank you.